Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I know you don't know what I'm talking about, but I've done this like 3 or 4 times and I just can't get it right. Don't say can't. I just haven't gotten it right yet. Listen, I have something for you. 10 ideas for keeping the relationship strong. And actually, it's more stuff than that, but anyway, that's the title of the page, kinda. 10 ideas for keeping the relationship strong. Before I forget to tell you, this is something that you can download, and the point is that by downloading it and holding it in front of you and discussing it together with your spouse, then you two can get on the same page. You know, this would be a great conversation starter. It would be great to calibrate you. I don't know if you dealt with weapons before, but be great to calibrate you. Well, that's zero you in on what each other has in mind about the relationship and how each other should be treated, how I expect you to treat me, how you expect me to treat, how you expect me to treat you. So here you go. I don't suppose I have to go. I got a lot of homework. A lot. So, but you know, there's really no need to elaborate with so much on this because y'all gonna have a discussion about this. Hopefully, you do down. That's the whole point of making it downloadable so you can take it. So, because somebody might not like to play online, might not want to sit there and read stuff. So if you can download it, print it out, and take it to the person that takes care of that, you go to that person. Okay, are we ever going to begin? Yes, we will. Right now. 10 ideas for keeping the relationship strong. Don't take each other for granted. Show it, say it, acknowledge it. Tell each other I love you. Sounds elementary and automatic. Doesn't happen all the time. Ask your spouse, what things can I do that would, should say that would show you that I love you. Remind me to go and correct that typo. How are you going to remind me? I don't know. I just needed to say that because maybe by me saying that it will make a mental note in my mind that I will remind myself. Shall we go on? Men and women communicate differently, and individuals communicate love differently. That's part of the same thing. Ask your spouse, what things can I do that will show you that I love you? Men and women communicate differently, and individuals communicate love differently. So you need to calibrate, get on the same page. A lot of times, couples expect one thing from the spouse from their own experience and how they interpret love, you know, and the other person, like I said, is a different person, so they don't do it the same way, and you never have a conversation about it unless you're fussing about it, and that's not going to help because then if you're not just conversing about it and instead you are getting on somebody's case about it, they're going to tune you out. Okay, I don't suppose to be going all up into it like that. We can talk about it more at a later time if you want to, but I think when you get this and you read this and you use this, that it's going to pretty much solve the issues on its own. Let's go to 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. Number 4 is don't wait to be treated right first. You start it off. These are closely related and tie together with each other. Just think about it. This is related to the first one. If you do what I said in the first one, anyway, kill me. 5, praise your spouse 7 times for something, I didn't say positive, but it's implied. Praise your spouse 7 times for something sincerely before criticizing, finding fault, or complaining. Number 6, let the little things go. Stop nagging each other. Let the little things go. Stop nagging each other. It goes for both of y'all. As a man once says, you have to choose your battles. If you're going every little thing, you're going to have something to say about it. How you think the other person is going to feel? How do you feel? So think about that. Choose your battles. Stop nagging each other. Let the little things go. It's no big deal. Forget about it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Keep yourself looking as attractive as you were when you first met, to the best of your ability, most of the time. No, I'm not saying at all times. Come on, man. You know better than that. But use your head. Don't do the extreme opposite either, because a lot of y'all get in relationships, especially women. I ain't even gonna say especially women. I don't know if it's 50-50 or what, but don't let yourself go just because you're saying to yourself, well, I got him, whatever. I got him, or we married, or whatever, and I don't need to do as much as I used to do because he's already here. That's like, self-centered, selfish type thought process. Um, Flip the roles around. Do you want your significant other looking sloppy and nasty all the time? No. You want that person to keep your interest, spark your interest, do special things, and try to look attractive. You want that person to look attractive, just like they did when you were drawn to them. All of the qualities that the person had when you were drawn to them, you want to see those. So be careful about losing those qualities. Now, I'm not talking about self-improving or not wanting to self-improve, saying that, well, I wasn't like that when they met me, so if I change, you know better than that. I'm talking about the special things. I'm talking about the things, the romantic things. I'm talking about the things that draw people to you, not the bad habits, not the things that you know need improving. Improve on the things that need improving, and it can only enhance the relationship, not just with your significant other, but with other people that you deal with, whether it's businesses or whatever. Okay, shall we continue? Number 8, surprise him or her with romantic acts. Leave a note. A lot of these things you've heard before, but the more you hear it, the more you realize the significance. Wow, these little messages are really passing around everywhere you turn. The people are saying the same thing. See what I'm saying? So, see what I mean? So, yes, surprise him or her with romantic acts. Leave a note. Men, she needs to be shown affection. Stated by women from surveys. I don't remember where. I read all of this stuff, and at the time, I don't sit there plan on regurgitating it, but it just comes out at other times. Obviously, a lot of this stuff I read over and over and over. That's why I realized how significant it is. Something I might have heard from a person or whatever, but a lot of this stuff you just read it as a result of surveys over and over and over, and you hear people that call in to shows complaining about the other person, and you hear what they're complaining about, and you know that you know what's good and what's not. So you use common sense, and then you can come up with some good things to use to make a relationship better, and you should learn some things to stay away from that's going to make the relationship worse. So anyway, shall we continue? Men, she needs to be showing affection. I said that, but I had to repeat it before I said the next part. Women, he needs sex. And that's stated by men from a survey. I remember the survey asked men and women, asked the men, what do you need most from a man? And she wanted to be shown affection and told that I love you. And men, their significant need from the relationship is usually sex. And also they want to be appreciated. They want to be appreciated, respected, but they need sex. I'm just telling you what the survey says, and a lot of this is tied to psychology and the way that we're wired also. So don't blow it off because you don't want to be the person that, that you don't want to do your part in complying with what you're learning right here. If you're learning something, it's probably a lot of stuff that you already know, but just rather not to let reside at the forefront of your mind because you just don't want to do it. The last thing, and yes, I know it's been over 10. It's just how I do. Go on a date from time to time. Don't make excuses about not feeling like it, and don't procrastinate. Just go. Just go. A lot of times, things happen and days can be bad, but if y'all had plans made for going on a date or spending time together doing whatever that may not be even considered as a date, try to stick to it. A lot of times, if you stick to it, and I'm not talking about complaining and pouting about sticking to it, because then you might as well just call it off like you started to. But stick to it and be happy about it. Show the person that you appreciate the opportunity to spend that time together. You're glad that the time has come, and you have in your mind that you plan on enjoying that time together. 9 times out of 10, you're going to forget about. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be therapeutic for whatever happened during the day that made you feel like you didn't want to go. So you're going to be glad that you went. So don't make excuses. And y'all, this is just, I said 10 ideas for keeping the relationship strong. From that, I actually go on further and I speak to the men about some things that you might need to change. And I speak to the women about some things that you might need to change. And all of this is downloadable. Yeah, downloadable at the page that's in the link. So go to the page, download the file so that you and your significant other can have some interesting discussions, and more than likely you will enhance the relationship just a little bit. Who knows what tonight brings? I kill me. I hope this thing is still recording, because let's see. Hey, y'all take it easy, man. Yeah.